Hello everyone, Sam here. In honor of springtime, at least I think it's spring, the snow has finally stopped. Today I'm going to show you how to make dragon eggs. These dragon eggs are fairly simple to make, but look great as shelf decor, gifts, or ornaments. For these magical eggs, you will need styrofoam eggs, nail polish, lots of thumbtacks, polyacrylic or any non-toxic sealer, and any miscellaneous decor that you would want to add as decorations. To start painting your thumbtacks, you will need scraps of cardboard. I just happen to work at a place where we use a lot of cardboard, and I'd rather recycle the scraps than throw them out. Now punch all of your tacks into the surface, making sure not to punch all the way through. This does take a while, and you'll want to make sure that your thumbtacks are spaced out enough that the paint won't dry them together. Next, you will need your nail polish. Any color will do. I won't get into specifics of colors because what I have on hand may be different from what's on the current market. Some of these colors kind of date back to when nail polish flowers were a thing. Now that you've picked out your colors, paint each tack. And I do recommend doing this in a well-vented area if you're doing a lot at once, unless you really love the smell of nail polish. And depending on your nail polish, you may need to do a few coats. It all depends on brand and opacity. Now you may be asking why I don't use acrylic paint or paint the tacks after I've put them on the egg. The look I personally like to go for is what I call serpent skin. It's when I choose 3 different colors and form patterns found on snakes rather than solid colors. As for acrylic paint, I don't like the texture, and it doesn't have the same look as the enamel. You can also layer different polishes where you can't layer the acrylics. Here, for the bronze, you can see I added a second layer. There you have it. Once you have all your tacks painted, you can do a solid egg if you like, or you can pick a color scheme like I did. You can use solid nail polish colors, which usually take about 2 coats, like these corals. Metallics, which kind of seem to depend on their brand. These purple ones that I made using Maybelline had really only needed 1.5 coats. I did 2 to make sure, but it was pretty thick. These lavenders only needed 1 coat, but these teals that were made by the same brand needed 3 coats. It was more kind of like a color enhancer than a polish. Now these gold tacks I used the acrylic paint on, and as you can see the texture doesn't dry like the nail polish. It's more soft and sticks a bit. I'll probably end up touching them up later. Now that you have your tacks, get your styrofoam. I personally stick to the hen or duck size, as Amazon calls them. I've seen others use smaller ones and larger ones. I just like the duck and hen size for shelf decor and ornaments. They do grow up in size a bit after you've finished. Take your egg. And for this one, I will choose green and lavenders as my color scheme. I always start from the small end and then spiral downward, placing 1 tack in the center. As you place your next tack, you will want them to slightly overlap, locking the previous one into place. Some people dip them in glue. I personally don't, since I do a generous coat of sealer, when I finish assembling, though I do recommend supergluing the final tack to make sure that it's all secure before sealing. After you've assembled your egg, it is time to seal. Here I've made a few to seal at once to save some time. We have an ocean-themed one, a mermaid-themed one, and a cherry blossom one. For sealing, I use polyacrylic water-based sealer. It's thin and shouldn't leave blobs when it's drying, and I can also seal the wooden stands after I stain them. To start, I use a paper towel roll and cut them to make egg stands, kind of like Easter egg dyeing. Now as you're painting them, the egg can sit in them to dry. Using a clean paintbrush, place a generous amount of sealer onto the egg, making sure to follow the tack pattern, because you want to paint one side before painting the other and letting it to dry in between sides. This way it doesn't stick to the paper towel roll. Once you've finished one side, let it dry, turn over, repeat. Make sure that some of the sealer will drip down to the crevices because this will act as glue, securing the tacks of the styrofoam. I did 2 coats on the top and bottom. Once your eggs have dried, you can stop here, or as I was requested to make a beachy pearl theme, I chose to continue. So for this you will need glue, sand, and beach decor. Simply apply glue as needed and then dip into the craft sand, building to add dimension here and there. Next, grab some small seashells. I got these from Amazon. As well as some glass pearls, using tweezers for the small details. Now I thought it was missing a bit of sparkle, so using some nail art rhinestones, I thought I could add some magic and a little bit of sparkle like sea salt. And there you have it, how I make dragon eggs. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe for more nerdy themed craft and art videos. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Patreon, Etsy, and Twitter for hints of future projects and to buy these magical eggs. Thank you for watching. Good nights and dragons.